We want to look at chapter 4 of the text, which is about tastes and indifference curves, where by tastes we're referring to preferences. Now, first, we want to look at what is the context behind this chapter. Now, chapter 2 and 3 of the text talk about constraints that an agent faces, where these constraints determine the choice set, which is the set of all affordable bundles. Now, this is the necessary first step to identify what an individual will pick as his best choice, but this in itself is not sufficient to determine what choices are best because choices don't tell us what an individual will do, they only tell us about the possible actions they could take, right? So this is not sufficient in itself, the choice sets in order to determine what is the optimal bundle the individual will choose. We need to also have an idea about the tastes of the agent to determine what he will actually do with a given choice set. So, so this brings us to the context of this topic, where we want to combine our model of constraints from chapter 2 and 3 with a model of preferences or tastes to have a model of choice. So to form a model of choice, we don't just need a model of constraints from chapter 2 and 3, we also need a model of tastes or preferences, which is what chapter 4 is about. So now moving on. So we now want to look at tastes and choice set. Now, it's important to keep in mind your tastes or preferences are about what you desire. So, they don't have anything to do with incomes or prices. So, tastes are not restricted by choice set. They depend, you can define tastes not only over bundle of goods that fall into your choice set, I those are affordable, but also over bundles that you may never be able to attain because tastes or preferences are about what you desire. They're not restricted by your choice set. So when we're talking about tastes, we can define them over all bundles, regardless of whether they're affordable, in your choice set, or they're not affordable.